So I've moved it. I've tripped over this live lit propane cabinet heater. That was great. Don't back up while recording. How about that? Great idea. Don't back up while recording. Don't have that in the way. So, now that everything is kind of laid out there, what I need to do is put some stuff just in drawers. It doesn't matter if that's where it's going to end up. In order to get this thing done, you got to have a plan of action to organize a garage. This isn't too bad. I'm really trying to get rid of that cabinet and perhaps one of those tall tool boxes. It would be the black one because the red one matches the other red one over there, and that matches that red stuff, and that matches that red snap-on, and that matches all that stuff. And those. It does also, well, I do have one black cabinet that I work out of. The the 4-drawer, and I'll do some videos on all this stuff. If you see something in here in particular that you're interested in seeing a video done on, everything in my garage is a project or a tool to work on a project. So if you see something, you're like, hey dude, question about that, and I'll do tours on all of my toolboxes here once I get them accessible. I've got one hidden back there. This is a filing cabinet that for years actually served me really well. Right now it's just kind of on this dolly in the way, but it has just been a catch-all for legit like anything that didn't fit very well in a toolbox. Mostly sanding paper, knives, weird shaped things, a bunch of hooks, bungee cords, and stuff like that. And what my goal is to get that stuff kind of situated into maybe one of these filing cabinets that I have. 1, 2, 3. Also have tall husky cabinets. That's a 30-inch over here. This is a 36-inch, and then I have the other storage would be the big Supra cabinet, 5-drawer filing cabinet that can hold I put a bunch of car parts in here that I'm working on, and that's why it's labeled Supra, so that if anybody walks in here, I'm like, yeah, looking for the parts cabinet. It's labeled Supra. It's pretty easy to know. So, yeah, we got some other cool stuff up there. I'm a cassette collector as well, so we could probably get into that. Anyway, to organize this garage, what I'm going to do is get things that are small enough to fit in a drawer. I'm going to just get them in a drawer. What I really need to do is clear this space. This boombox is going to eventually ride on top of the snap-on cabinet where my music goes, because I like to play cassettes every time I'm in the garage. What is troublesome is this is actually where I record most of my videos, my tool videos that I record. You could probably, if you look at some of the other ones, you'd see this scene kind of like this. But I'm not usually holding the camera. It's on a stand right here, and this is where I am set up to record with my light right here and all my lighting up there. I'm set to record here, but you can see I've got this thing in the way. So I got to get this thing out of the way, but in order to do that, I actually have to get this big long thing out of the way because the snap-on won't push all the way back there. It is a 4-foot Amazon Basics. Yeah, there you can see it. What the heck do they call a power strip? I got 2 of those. I got one over here for my batteries as well. Up and down, that's my charger right there. I got them, this one vertical because it's just easier for me to work the battery situation like that, and I don't have 4 feet of space that way. So this thing has thrown a huge wrench into my mix. I had this garage perfectly organized for work. Nothing was in my way. This whole thing used to be over there where that filing cabinet is. That filing cabinet used to be where the trash can is, kind of where that filing cabinet is too. This filing cabinet used to be right there with the music on top of it so that wasn't in the way. And then the heater was tucked nicely over here where the recycling is. The recycling was where, these where this stuff was, this random scrap wood. This, where I always work out of, my most used tools, sockets, and stuff, was over here, where the trash can, it was kind of like, would be here. So I'd only have a couple steps to go from hood to toolbox, but my toolbox isn't there anymore. It's over there. And I've got 2 project Poolins to be working on. Love these things. They run great. They just need a couple tweaks to get them ready for the winter here. This whole thing, all that stuff needs to get figured out. The bench is not supposed to be in the garage at all. I got to get it back to the shed And most of that stuff that's on top of that came out of the filing cabinets that I had to swap in order to get that there. So, and the trash, the trash usually fits right here in between all that, but this got pushed over because in order to get that cabinet in there, I actually had to move this big stud about 8 inches that way. So we're gonna see if we can get this thing finagled out and actually get back into a recording studio style setup so I can get these projects recorded for everybody to watch and hopefully help out. And if you see something that I'm doing that you're like, man, you should do it this way, say so, but do it tactfully, and I'll help you out along the way. Thank you.